Hello again. Welcome back as we continue this deep prophetic study. Now, if you have not watched the previous video, please go ahead and watch it, because in that video it shows us the agenda of the communists. It shows us who they'll be working with and what are their plans for the US. It also shows us that they'll be using the Negroes. Yes. So in this video that I'm going to show now, I'm going to show you how they were able to penetrate the US government and what their agenda is.
Welcome to the White House. We know that this year's Pride is caught between the push and pull of progress. Outside the gates of this house are those who want to drag our country backwards, and so many battles yet to be brave. But today, we're not here to be strong. We're not here to be courageous, even though for so many of you, just coming to this event is an act of bravery. Today, we are here to find joy.
Last December, we felt such pride here in the South Lawn when I signed the historic Respect for Marriage Act. It protects the marriage of same-sex and interracial couples. But for all the progress we made, we know real change and real challenges still remain. When a person can be married in the morning and thrown out of a restaurant for being gay in the afternoon, something is still very wrong in America. That's why the Congress must pass and send me the Equality Act to codify protections for the LGBT community. I recognize for a lot of folks across this country, maybe it's not you, your kid, your family member going through whatever a transgender child and family is going through, but I think we all agree, if it were you, you'd want the space to figure it out with your family and your doctor, not being told by anybody. I want to send a message to the entire community, especially to transgender children. You are loved. You are heard. You are understood. And you belong.
I have to take a deep breath. Yes. Now, this was 2023. And this was the former administration. Now, I may say things as I identify individuals, system, and parties. Persons may feel offended for whatever different reasons, but I have to speak the truth. I am not telling you hearsay. I am showing you it for you have seen it. This was 2023. This was under the Biden-Harris administration. This was the White House in the USA. Transgender children celebrating Pride Month in the White House. This is the agenda and the action of the communist system to erase God, from society. This is what they were doing for 4 years. Yes. And again, persons may feel offended. So what I asked is that persons make a comment. Yes. Ask questions. Let us dialogue. This is not hearsay. This is not conspiracy theory. I am showing you the facts. So how did the communist Catholic system, how they were planning to take over? Through the Biden administration. And remember, that was just the final stage. These things, they have been in planning and implementing for centuries and decades. This was just the final. And that is why when you go back to Revelation 17, it is showing us exactly where we are now in Earth's history. That is what it is showing us. It is showing us what will happen just before the mark of the beast. Now we know that beast system is that pagan war, and of course that system will come from the US also. So I'm going to say this quickly, yes. So remember Donald Trump, he won the election 2024, and the very first thing that Donald Trump did when the 20th of January, when he was officially signed as the now sitting president, the first thing he did, and the first thing he said was what? Do you remember? He says only two gender, male and female. And as a result of his government, he has been successful in many ways to eradicate, to erase a lot of these anti-God policies that the former administration was going like rapid, very rapid to implement, not just in the US, but in the world. Again, this is prophecy. Now, we know that the beast system, and I want you to listen, please. The beast system is a religious system. It's a worship system. So not because we may see and hear a particular government going against, or individual going against what the communists wanted to do, that does not mean that they are faithful to Christ. And I want to make that very clear, because I don't want persons to think that I am telling them to endorse this person or to endorse this party. No. And that is why let us go back to Revelation 17. Let us go back to Revelation 17. When we read Revelation 17 and we read verses 12 and 13, it shows us that the 10 horns, they have one mind, and they will give their strength and power to the beast. Again, that's the mark of the beast system. On another video, I'll go there. In verse 14, it says, they shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is King of kings and Lord of lords. They that are with him, they are called, chosen, and faithful. So we see that they are anti-God. They are atheists. They are communists. Yes. Yes. And that is what they were trying to do under the Biden administration, to implement this worldwide anti-God, communist, atheist system worldwide. It says, the 10 horns, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So it is telling us that right here in this US, there'll be a tug of war. So the Biden administration, they were the ones pushing the communist system. And we see this administration pushing what they would say, going back to God and Jesus Christ. Let us not be fooled. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate, and naked, and eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Listen carefully. These 10 horns, they will come on the scene, and they'll be forced by God to go with the mark of the beast system. But after the mark of the beast system, It says they're going to eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So they hate religion. They hate the beast system. They hate the war system. They hate the pagan religion. And so they hate those who represent that religion. So the mark of the beast system, it will be pushed by the government, or that part of the government that is seeking to overthrow the communists. And again, remember what I said. The different executive orders that they were signed to overthrow all these anti-God, the LGBT, transgender, all these demonic, nasty sodomite. Yes, all of it was to overthrow God and Christianity. But what we see here, we see two systems. Both of them hate God. Both of them hate Christ and his followers, and they hate each other. Yes, I'm going to read verse 17 and listen carefully what it says. It says, for God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. So it is God that will put it in the communist nation's heart to go along with the beast system. It says to fulfill his will. To fulfill his will and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the word of God be fulfilled. So what is it that this prophecy is telling us? We see here two systems. Both of them hate Christ. But one of them, it is a anti-God, atheist system. The other one is a profess religious system, professing to follow God. They hate each other. Yes, they do. And we see that the 10 horns, they will come back. So let us remember now, please, they'll be coming back. This system, this demonic system, it will be coming back after the mark of the beast. So we are now going to head into the mark of the beast. Yes, and I'm going to do some very deep studies of the mark of the beast. So as I close this part of the study, please, whatever your questions are, whatever your comments are, let me share them with me. Let us dialogue. I want you to understand the prophecy as it is unfolding. Not maybe, no, this is it. Let us go deep into the Word of God because Christ is expecting us. Yes, we as Seventh-day Adventists were given a mission. The three angels' message, this is a part of it, yes, because we have a mission to accomplish. Again, it's not gloom and doom. It's not. Christ has a wonderful plan for us. So I encourage us to continue to pray and allow God to lead us as we continue to do His will. Take care, stay safe until we meet again.